Welcome to episode 2 of the Ronda redo series. Today we are doing the suspension on it. These are 02 to 07 Raceland WRX Ultimo coilovers. First off, we're doing these coilovers because one, the WRX struts are shorter, and so these are shorter as well, by the way, but these are shorter than the Forester struts, allowing the car to sit lower, and these also have the same mounting points as the WRXs. Besides, the camber plates are a tad different, but it works just fine. And the second reason is I actually have these exact same set of coilovers on Ronda when I built it back when I was 16. Let's get to it. This is the before. First off, I'm gonna go grab some breakfast before I'm stuck in a garage all day without being able to get food. I forgot to say this already, but I tried to go register this car and the entire server for my entire county, Salt Lake County, is down. It has been down for 2 weeks. No one in this county has been able to get an emission test in the past 2 weeks. So there's in no single way for me to register this car right now. So hopefully I don't get pulled over. Now I do have all the correct paperwork with me, and because these servers are down, that's a very good excuse to not have my plates, because I have tried, but still don't drive around without plates. We've got 3 bolts up top and 2 bolts down here. I already got one off, and then you also got to take the brake lines off, and then the whole strut comes out and you replace it with your respective Raceland strut, and then you're good to go. I'll play with height and things before driving the car home and everything. I'm going to throw them all on kind of where they're at, and then adjust height from there. Not going well so far. Broke a breaker bar and 2 adapters. Oh my gosh. These brake line brackets on the stock ones are welded there, and you can't remove them. I'll show you on this one, like that right there. So I'm just cutting them off. It's taking a little longer. We'll end up zip tying them up to the bracket somehow right here just to get them out of the way. That's one done. The rears are the exact same as the front, except their top 3 bolts are just under these little caps in the trunk. All right, I've got one side done, and that's in the air. We've got plenty of room in the back in the wheel well, but in the front, we have not even 2 fingers until the fender liner, so we might have to rip the fender liner out. But I'm gonna get the other side done first, and then set the car on the ground and go from there.
This car's 63 years old. With 50,000 miles. No.
So what you guys just saw was the car being put on the ground for the first time. As you can tell, it's super low. I'm either gonna have to raise it a bit or take out the fender liners. I might just take out the fender liners depending on how the fitment is and the rubbing is when I turn the wheels. And then also, as you can tell, I'm in my brother's truck. He came over and he's let me take his truck because the rear wheels, the tires are so fat on the stock wheels that they're hitting the coilover, the spring on the coilover. So I have these little 5mm slide-on spacers at my house. I'm gonna go grab and throw those on the rear. Then we're gonna make sure all the adjustments match all around, and then we should be good to go. All right, we're on our first drive. I raised it about a ½ an inch from where you saw it was before, and I matched all the measurements from the coils. I think the back might be a tad lower than the front, but I'm gonna drive it for the next day or 2 and let it settle before making any other changes. Right now, I mean, it drives amazing. If you ever had Racelands, you know that for the first little bit, the front suspension pops when you turn while they're braking in. So there's been a couple pops while from turning. Other than that though, things riding great. There's always a stipulation for Racelands where people say, oh, they ride like crap, they're cheap coilovers, they're way too bouncy. And I only have 2 things to say about that. 1, you have no idea how to set up coils. Or 2, you're expecting way too much out of a set of coilovers. Like, coilovers are supposed to be stiff, they're supposed to be bouncy. That's the whole point of coilovers, is for stance and for having a stiffer suspension setup. They're not supposed to ride like a cloud like stock suspension. So expect it to be stiff, but if it's stupid bouncy, then you just don't know how to set up coilovers, because I've had so many sets of coilovers. I've had tines, I have K-Sports on my Nissan, which are $1,400 coilovers. And my Racelands have all ridden better than those freaking K-Sport coilovers. It just depends how you set them up. It's way different. I know the wheel wells are different sizes, but I mean, I just can't can't tell if the car's level or not. I think it's level. I'm gonna go with it's level because I don't want to touch it right now. But we've got all of this crap to throw away. But that's where I'm gonna leave this episode. So thank you for watching episode 2 of the Ronda redo. I'm not sure what's gonna be in the next episode. If you haven't already, go follow my TikTok at Mr. Clean S14. Those episodes come out earlier and are straight to the point, super short. I'll probably let the comments in there decide what we do next to this car. Thank you for watching.